Welcome back. We've got a lot to talk about today. I really wanted to go live, but when I go live, sometimes my mind goes in all these different places because I'm multitasking. So making a pre-recorded video is the easiest way for me to deliver this information to you. As many of you know, we saw a brutal drop with Bitcoin, and it hit our $30,000 target. Yesterday I said I don't think we would have seen $30,000, but the market had other plans, and that's why I didn't want to rule it out 100%. Crypto is very uncertain, and we never want to rule out either scenarios, and that's why we don't invest or trade in absolutes. What we want to do as a good trader or investor, or to become one, is not trade in absolutes. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working on it, and I hope to grow with you guys over time. Anyway, on today's show, we are going to talk about why I think Bitcoin dumped. There's a multitude of reasons. There's more things that have came into news recently. And we're going to talk about possible scenarios with Bitcoin and the market. Because the elephant in the room is the bull run over? Well, stick around and find out why I think it's not. Let's go. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Happy hump day. We are going to get through this market together. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. Let's go. Unfortunately, we have to start off with a brand new negative story in crypto. From Cointelegraph, the Indian government rethinking its crypto ban, the Economic Times. Well, we heard the China FUD, and now we've got the Indian government coming into the mix of things. I absolutely have so much love and respect for my Indian brothers and sisters. And I'm so sorry that the government is being so ridiculous about crypto. They flip-flop all the time. They just need to let the Indian people have their crypto, have access to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because stuff like this is only hurting the people. And at the end of the day, Bitcoin was created to improve the quality of life of people. Anyways, let's talk about some of the facts from this article. Reports have emerged that India's government may be reconsidering its stance on cryptocurrencies with the formation of a new regulatory panel. Anytime there's new regulation that is introduced, things can get a little bit hectic, and essentially it pushes back development and it impedes development, which we don't want that. We want everybody in the world to have equal access to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and their freedom. That's basic human right, just in my opinion. On May 19th, which is today, a report in the Economic Times cited 3 sources privy to discussion on the formation of a fresh panel of experts with view to regulating cryptocurrency trading in India. I don't like it. There's been massive momentum on crypto exchanges and sustained retail demand in India in the recent months despite the ever-present regulatory fears. So basically what's going to happen is they want to go ahead and create a new panel to kind of dictate what's going to happen with cryptocurrency trading. This will impact banks, this will impact mining, this will impact any type of cryptocurrency exchanging going on in India. I personally hope if they do decide to do this, they get people on board that are well-versed in cryptocurrency, and it essentially helps to protect the Indian people, but also does not stifle cryptocurrency innovation. Great. More FUD from CoinDesk. Just when you thought it was over, it's not over. Generally, large crypto media outlets will like to ride the train. They will like to ride the wave. They will like to report on the FUD, which I get because it's good for clicks. But let's kind of talk about this because I do actually see that there may be some positive in this story. New OCC Chief signals greater caution on crypto. We created an Office of Innovation, updated the framework for chartering national banks and trust companies, and interpreted crypto custody services as part of the business of banking. I have asked staff to review these actions, acting comptroller. So basically what's going to happen in the United States is that they've created a brand new office to kind of update what's going on with national banks and trust companies as far as crypto custodial services. The reason being is because we're getting close to mass adoption. We're not quite there yet, but we're heavily working on it. And we're pushing towards innovation, which is great. However, there's a lot of red tape involved, and anytime there's red tape involved, it stifles innovation. We just talked about this when we talked about India. Either way, this is actually a positive thing moving forward. Right now, it's not good news. I get why they publish a story because they want to ride that wave. But at the end of the day, we need to take the positives from this and not really be too concerned with crypto. Bitcoin is decentralized. Bitcoin is here to stay. There's privacy coins. There's DEXs that allow people to have access to cryptocurrency. So take that in this story with a grain of salt. Don't get too worried about it, but also pay attention. And I want to know, you can write in to your local governments, city councils, and your big governments, your congressmen and women. If you want to change, write to them. Let them know. You can even write to the SEC. By law, the SEC has to read all of your letters. Next story I don't really want to talk about, but we have to cover it because this is incredibly important if you are aping into Anon projects and very risky stuff. So there was a very popular account on crypto Twitter called War on Rugs. And basically they would do audits, they would do different things and vet projects. Well, it looks like the person that was running the War on Rugs account eventually ended up rugging their own crypto project. This is very, very, very upsetting. They deleted their tweets, they deleted their account, they had a massive community. They could have really done a lot of good. But let's go ahead and read this tweet from my good friend, Dev Chart. War on Rugs reactivated and posted this before deleting his account again. As despicable as this may be, it's a good lesson for all who constantly defend him and continue to defend scammers like Crypto Oil Randy, the person that Elon Musk responded to. This was the post from War on Rugs. Since we can't do anything and there isn't any regulation in place, I decided to do what I did. So you understand that you should stop being a clown and aping into everything. Hopefully after this, you don't trust anyone anymore, pending proper regulations. Goodbye, everyone. This person's probably going to get popped. They're probably going to end up doing time. They will be found. It's very easy to track things on utilizing blockchain analytics. This is very unfortunate that it happened. And this is also why I say don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. Take what I have to say into consideration. Take what the media has to say in consideration. Take all these different opinions into consideration. But after you've taken all this information in, take a step back, do your own research, and figure out and do what works best for you and your family. Just because somebody said something doesn't mean it's the truth. There's a lot of different sides to stories. And if you are impacted by this rug, I am so sorry. Again, you guys, please be very careful when dealing with any cryptocurrency projects, especially altcoins and even Bitcoin, especially after all the blood we've seen in the market today. Let's get into our next story. So my bestie Munya posted something pretty wild on Twitter this morning. So she said, some conspiracy Hopium posted yesterday, credits to this particular account here, Stank Hunt. Anyways, let's go ahead and read this because this is a 4chan post. If you want to find this on 4chan, you can head over to her post. There's a link below. I don't go on 4chan. I stay away. I am not as brave. Anyways, this is what the post said. Basically, it is an insider here saying that China is going to be giving another FUD announcement, essentially to push price down. China will recycle used white guys is the title of this little thing over here. So basically this person works for a firm over in China. They stated, first there will be a coordinated sell-off to drop the prices below a certain threshold and liquidate one certain stakeholder. Can't outright say who he is, but he bought a lot at the dip. That was partly responsible for. Once liquidated, the plan is to then buy up all the reserves and essentially leave him bankrupted. If you guys want to get rich, grab some coffee and watch the big dip. Once it happens, things are going to get green really fast. We project 70K. So this is actually pretty interesting information here, considering what's happening in the market. We all know the FUD with Elon Musk and Peter McCormick. We heard China FUD that happened prior, and now there's something that's going. And now a story like this is coming out. Crypto markets are easily manipulated, guys. So please, please, please be careful. Either way, my best advice today, watch my video because I know what I'm talking about. And maybe take a step away and listen to this post from 4chan. It kind of seems a little bit accurate because I don't think that the bull run's over yet. Let's talk about our next story. BlockFi botches promo with outsized Bitcoin reward payments. The crypto lender is working with clients to recover the overpayments. All right. BlockFi effed up badly. They made a massive, massive mistake. Some clients who participated in the March trading promotion may see inaccurate bonus payment displayed in the transaction history. Our team is working on fixing the proper amounts and will be reflected shortly. Covered this story on TikTok last night as the market was dumping. So one of the crazy things that happened, all this stuff was actually shared to Reddit and looks like a lot of people received the incorrect amount. And I'm going to have pictures posted for you guys to see. Let's go ahead and read this excerpt from the article. Other users on Reddit posted images of BlockFi's generous giveaway with one deposit amounting to over 700 Bitcoin. That transaction, according to the user, was reversed. Another said their friend received 5 Bitcoin and was in fact able to move it off the platform. When you are selling large amounts of cryptocurrency, number goes down. When you're buying large amounts of cryptocurrency, number goes up. In this case here, people were given Bitcoin instead of USD or whatever BlockFi pays out. Some accounts were frozen, some were not. It is not stated how much Bitcoin was removed off of BlockFi and sold on the open exchange. Between this story from 4chan and BlockFi's mistake, this was what I believed helped to cause Bitcoin to drop. This makes total sense. If you take a look at the charts and you see those red sell volume bars, or those red volume bars, that is people selling. That is pushing price down. The only way number goes up is when you're buying. So until we really find out what happened, I'm going to go with this as one of the reasons as to why Bitcoin dropped. So one thing to note, if you're on BlockFi and you got an incorrect amount of Bitcoin, they're actually going to be giving you $1,000 worth of the stablecoin GUSD for any trouble caused, but they want the money back. And they're probably going to go after people legally. I don't know how this is going to play out, but it is a very, very, very messy thing. All of these posts are on Reddit. Let's go ahead and talk about the next story before we talk about Bitcoin price. Last story before we talk about Bitcoin price. I know it's a lot of information, but I want to make sure I get everything in because this is important. So the big homie Sam posted, these are some big liquidations, and he posted a link, bybit.com liquidation data. Let's go ahead and pay attention to this link and see exactly what it says. So we've got this image here, and it basically is showing all of the liquidations that occurred. Absolutely insane. So it'll give you the amount, the site, the amount of liquidations, the longs, and the short. So in total, it looks like there's about 159.81 million worth of liquidations, both longs and shorts, mostly people trying to catch the bottom and go long. This information here is incredibly important, and I'm actually going to be utilizing this in the future because it gives a great breakdown of, what's happening with the market. And you can also kind of trade against the market too. A lot of these people are using way, way, way too high leverage. That's what it looks like. But it also is a good reminder to be very careful. You're not going to catch a knife. Very, very rare you're going to catch a knife or call an accurate bottom. Anyways, let's go ahead, take a look at the Bitcoin chart. I want to give you guys a very concise overview of what I see happening. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. This is our chart that we've had for a while. The only difference here is I added an area of support at about $38,000. The reason why I added that is I kind of went back and I looked at what was going on in the weekly, and that was an important area of support for me because I didn't want to just call a straight drop to about $30,000. And we talked about the scenario that we could hit $30,000. I explained to you guys why I thought $30,000 was not 100% out of play. And this is why I don't trade or invest in absolutes, because anything is possible. All of these wicks over here, these are important areas of support. Even though they're wicks on the weekly chart, they're still valid areas. And price bounced pretty perfectly out of support at about $30,200, $30,300 here. We bounced and we're now back above about $37,000, $38,000, teetering at currently about close to about $40,000. I hope this personally reverses, but let's take a look at the chart. This is our daily chart. For me to be like, okay, I'm bullish. I want to see us really hold above, like anywhere between this range here, from about 44, 43 to about 41,000. 41,000 is probably more important to me because of this area of resistance that was created back over here in January of 2021. You can see all this heavy area resistance that was created. We need to turn this into support. So if we can close above about $41,000, I'm like, this is good, this is great. But to me, this is actually pretty key area of, going to be a key area of support here. Anyways, taking a look at the 4-hour chart, we just got a massive buy signal from Market Cipher, and we're looking good. Support has been created very, very nicely at about $37,000, which I love. I love to see it. However, even though we've had these massive green dots printed over here on Market Cipher, we haven't really pumped too terribly much. It was just more of like a consolidation for what I'm noticing. So right now with Bitcoin, most important thing we need to watch for is 37,000 needs to hold. This support needs to hold. If we don't, we're going to get back down to about $30,000 or in this range here. Again, I want to see us get above about 41,000 to close. That would be bullish for me. I'm not taking a trade. I'm not interested in taking a trade right now. Market is immensely, immensely volatile. Another thing I want to point out, If we drop any more, if we get any more bearish, $25,000 to $20,000 could still be in play. I'm not calling for this now because I'm going to take this day by day. But if you go ahead and you kind of zoom out and you look at the weekly chart, realistically, you guys, $20,000 over here has, if we break $30,000 on the weekly chart, this is where a lot of consolidation was, at about $20,000. That's just my opinion. I'm not calling for it. I'm also not going to be ruling anything out or going to be causing FUD. But again, if I were you today, be very careful when considering to enter into altcoins. A great strategy I like to do, I like to get 10% of my stack. I like to market buy. Then I like to go ahead and set bids all the way down. The reason why I do this is because it helps to avoid FOMO, and you want to set limit orders. And the reason why you set limit orders and set multiple ones is you want to go ahead and mitigate risk. If you want to go ahead and learn how to buy the dip, I've got another video that'll kind of show you how to do that. Again, do what works for you, but be incredibly careful with altcoins right now. If you can, if you're up, consider taking some off the table and taking some profit into stablecoin. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was of some help today. Right now, I do not think that the Bitcoin bull run is over, but again, today is pretty important to see where we close. I will be back tomorrow with another update for you guys. I will be on TikTok all day making videos to hopefully help people. Have a great rest of your day. Be strong. You guys got this. Bye-bye.